Alright, hey Capricorns. Today we're going to do your monthly reading. We're going to check out the theme of the month, what's coming, what lessons, challenges, and all the good things. I already pre-shuffled the deck and cleansed the space, so we can go ahead and get started. Alright. Okay. What's coming for theme of the month for Capricorn? Okay. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So for Capricorn, for the July, the theme of July for you is that you're really focusing, and it's mainly this reading is focusing more on people who are already in a relationship or trying to get into a relationship. You're way more focused on having a peaceful union with somebody or developing even a further peaceful space with your partner. It's very much your focus. It's like you want to. It's So for those of you who are already like in an established relationship, it's more like you want to kind of like do a little bit of spring cleaning in your relationship. You want to kind of reinforce, your foundations. You want to, put on a fresh new coat of paint. You want to do the upkeep that your relationship needs. It's very much so like your main focus and your main goal for the month of July, and it's very much something you're being called to do. You feel a very strong urge to put a lot of more focus and devotion into your partner. And for those of you who have not are not into and not are not in a relationship, it's like you guys have a very strong pull to meet somebody like that, to meet somebody that you can put time and devotion into. But it really is just like you very much wanting to make sure your relationship is okay and that your relationship is the further develop it as well. Let's see what else is coming for you in the month of July for Capricorn. What else is coming? Oh, keep flipping. Okay, okay. Come on. Okay. Okay, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups. Okay, yeah. So very much a spring cleaning, so to speak. So you got the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Earlier too, you had the Two of Cups. But with the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups, it's very much so you're going like you are you're getting rid of everything and anyone that is just no longer like um is no longer fulfilling you. Like you're kind of in a way you're kind of going through the motions in the list of like a laundry list of like, okay, I need to change this and I need to do that and I need to get rid of that. Like just no longer is making me happy. If there's even aspects about your relationship where the dynamics even could come down to schedules, like you're coming to a point where like the schedule that you and your partner have is no longer fulfilling you, and you want to make the steps to kind of fix that. And is that like you're not saying like, oh, this partnership's not working out? It's more like I need to do something to make this partnership work even better. um, so it's even some of you are even considering like changing your job and changing your careers in order to further satisfy this relationship. Not because it's like it's an unhealthy demand of you, but it's something that you feel the need to do because you want the relationship right now is your first priority. So like, and for you, it's like you are making the moves to make that actual reflection of being a first priority. So, like I said, it could be like you're changing your job careers, or you're changing how many hours you work in order to spend more time with this person. It could be logistic wise too, like distances wise, like you're realizing like you no longer want to be long distance, so you're now making the moves to shorten that distance. And I feel like too, a lot of you are not really including your partner into these moves, and not saying like you don't care or like you're afraid of the reaction, but it's more of you like you don't want them to worry about it. It's almost like you're saying like, no, this is my problem to fix. Like, no, I need to make the moves to make this relationship better. I can't like it's like more like you feel like it's your responsibility because of, and it's not because you feel like it's a forced responsibility, but something you genuinely want to do because you feel like it's your part of the relationship. It's your share. Um, and then as you're as you're cutting things out, as you're figuring things out, like as what works and what doesn't work, um, you're also on the same wavelength of trying to figure out like, okay, what can I also add into this relationship that will make it better? Like what So it's like, for example, it could be like you're thinking about different date nights, and almost like you have a different date night for each day of the week, and it could be simple things, but your goal is like to deepen connection. So you're continuously thinking of what would be the best way to connect even further with your partner in your relationship. Um, as well as too, as you're finding ways to connect, because you're thinking from such an emotional, vulnerable place, you're also in a way healing yourself in that process as well. So you're not just trying to figure out how to pour in the cup of the relationship, you're also in the process filling your own cup as well, because it requires you to have a lot more energy balance. Because you need more energy balance, you are also seeking out ways to also fill your own cup. So in this process of where you're like cutting things out, you're also cutting things out that you know that no longer really make you the best person that you could be. So you're also still like it's a very much so like on the surface it seems like a very selfless act of like you're doing a lot of actions for your partner, you're doing a lot of sacrifices, a lot of compromises, a lot of thinking, a lot of actions for your partner, but really underneath the surface a lot of these actions and changes benefit you as well as an individual. Oops. Okay. What lessons are coming for you in July, Capricorn? What lessons are, oh, okay. Yeah, yours is not like really flying out. They just keep flipping, which is for like for me when the cards usually flip inside the deck like that, it's a lot more of like a solid, concise energy. Because a lot of times if it's flying out the cards, it's like a very much like it's a very like radiant energy. But yours is very like concise and very like no, this is black or white. This is what's happening. This is what I'm doing. There's no if not to that. There's no doubts. There's no like overwhelming unsteady emotion. It's very consistent. So you have the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords for what lessons you'll be learning in the month of July. I'm sorry if you hear any screaming. It's my baby nephew. He's in a very talkative stage. Okay. Three of Pentacles and Seven of Swords for your lessons. So yeah, it's very so what you're doing with your relationship is very much painting for you. It's like a lot of so a lot of work that you're putting in your relationship is also shedding a lot of childhood um what's okay not say child there were like a lot of like beliefs that you had about relationships that stem from your childhood, good and bad, and so you're kind of setting that away and kind of coming into your own beliefs and what you think a relationship should be rather than what you were told or what you saw what a relationship should be. Um, and so you're kind of learning how to kind of grow out of that and learning to shed those views and viewpoints. For example, it could be like growing up, you've only seen, you maybe grew up in a household where there was a lot of fighting and a lot of arguments and a lot of that, and so like your viewpoint was either I'm never going to be like that, so there can never be any arguing whatsoever in my relationship, which may have made you a little tentative when it comes to communication. Or it could have been the opposite of, oh, well, like maybe like you need passion in a relationship. You need to argue to have this passion. You need to talk. Like it's okay to talk this way to a partner, and now you're learning. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it's that's not the healthiest way to communicate. It's like so wherever you fall on that spectrum, but the main point of it is there's a lot of shedding of what's it called, like opinions or just beliefs that just no longer serve and no longer you feel are is actually beneficial for you and your relationship and your partner. And so those are going to be a lessons for you. I feel like though it's going to be lessons that are very gradual and smooth for you. It's not going to come about in a very traumatic and very like aggressive way. It's going to come out in a way where just like it's just one of those times you're just having a deep thinking moment, or like you're on your way home, you're driving on your way from work or home, and it's just that moment where you have alone, and because you have in this introspective mindset for a minute, it's going to be very easy for you to kind of catch on onto these behaviors and thought processes that you kind of think like you kind of start questioning of like, wait, well, why do I think that way, or why do I act this way, and is this really how I feel, or is this because of, or is this coming from somewhere else or someone else, um yeah. And then also with the Seven of Swords, yeah, I feel like there's something so this one may not resonate with everybody. So like I said, just take resonates, leave the rest behind, because this one's a little bit like for more of a select group of people with the Seven of Swords. I feel like some of you may have had like anxious attachment in your dynamic of your relationship, or just in previous dynamics you have had an anxious attachment style. And I feel like a lot of you this month of July is kind of really like, as you're going through like the process of trying to figure out what works for you and what doesn't work out, you're really figuring out how to kind of unravel what is behind the anxious attachment. What is making you anxious? What is holding you back from fully trusting and fully relaxing into a connection, right? And so that's going to be, I don't see you resolving that this month, but I definitely see you starting the process of that journey and introspection this month. Okay. What challenges are coming in the month of July for Capricorn? Okay. A lot of cups in your reading. Oh, what is this? Okay. 4 cups and the star card. Okay. So, the challenges that are coming for you in the month of July. With the 4 cups card, it's an energy of almost like not being satisfied. It's like you are, oh, no, it's not, okay. You don't want to mess up. That's what's happening. Okay. Because you're being so careful about what you want to implement into the relationship and what you want to like help build the relationship, because you're being so careful of that. You have a fear, excuse my language, but you have a fear of like fucking it up. You have a fear of like choosing the wrong things, or like you have a fear of like implementing bad behaviors that you didn't, that you like at the moment right now doesn't don't seem like bad behaviors, but you're afraid that in the future that they may end up more harmful than good. And so you're hesitant about messing things up. You don't want to make the wrong move. And so that's going to be a challenge for you. It's going to be insecurity, a doubt, because yes, you are taking very much so the control of this. Like I said, the example of like if you're choosing to move and relocate to be closer to your partner, it's also that fear of you. It's like, well, will me moving change our dynamic? With us being closer, will we even know how to function being as close to us to each other? Like, you know what I mean? It's like that doubt of like, okay, like things are good right now, but and I'm trying to make it better, but what if what if it's not making it better and it makes it worse? For those of you who are changing careers, it's like, okay, I can change my career, but is it really worth it? It may be a pay cut that you're taking if you do choose to change your career, or change your job to have less hours. And it's kind of like, will this put more strain on the relationship financial wise if I do this? Like, it's like, is this really the best decision? And like, and it's like, it's only one voice compared to like the many others in your heart, in your mind, telling you, yes, this is it, this is the right choice. But there's that one voice in you that's like, is it really? And so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for you this month in July. With the star card, yeah, again, it's just reaffirming. It's like trusting your inner voice and your instinctual gut, because a lot of this you're going to have to feel through. A lot of this is because a lot of the results that you're trying to implement in a relationship, or results are not going to really show themselves until later in the future. And so a lot of these decisions that you have to make are decisions that you have to trust. And so, that's can be very stressful, because it's decisions pertaining to things and people that you really care about and that you really value, and it has strong importance in your life. And so it's very stressful for you right now, a little bit. And so there might be moments where you get stressed and you might doubt that, that inner voice that you have. But that's a challenge, and it's a challenge for you to trust it more, to build a stronger connection to your instincts and your gut feelings. Um, I know it can be a little bit overwhelming, and it can be a little bit stressful, and it just can be a very scary thing to do, to have to trust the unknown. But that's very much what you're being challenged to do in July. All right, what good things are coming out for you in July? Oops. Small hands. All right. Okay. Events. Oh. All right. 6 of Wands, the Death card, and the 5 of Wands. So right off the bat, don't take the bad. The Death card is not always a bad thing. I know sometimes it can be a little bit of a, especially this card because it looks so just dark and gloomy, doesn't it? But it's not a negative thing for this reading. It mainly pertains to like a good thing that's coming to you is basically like it's a death of a chapter. It's a closing of a chapter that you're going through in July, and which is always a good thing because you know closing a chapter, you moving on means you're having progress. You're not stagnant. You are you're moving on. You're evolving, and you're furthering your journey on your path. So that's a very good thing, and it's always a great thing to hear that because a lot of times you have these cycles and these life patterns that can go on for months or even years, and so it's like for this first July, you're definitely closing out a cycle, which is a good thing because you have learned your lessons, you have gone through the paces, you have you did the homework and you passed. So that's a great thing. With the Six of Wands and the Five of Wands, with the good things that are coming to you. Okay, yeah. Um, Five of Wands. Okay, again, it's kind of disguising this as a it's a good thing, but on the surface it can look a little bit of a negative thing. But Five of Wands is saying the good things is that you're going to be challenged by your partner, and that's not in a negative way saying they're going to be harping at you or nagging at you or saying you're doing this wrong. It's more in the sense of like um, they're going to push you to do better in a sense. They're going to want you because they want you to do better. They see that your potential of it, right? So when it comes to making you because you want to in a sense you want to make this relationship good. You want to make this good, and because you feel also challenged by this partner because this partner you feel is a very good one for you, and it's almost like you want to be even better for them. And so that is a challenge that is giving you, which is a good thing because it only really pushes you to connect more to your higher self and to be the best version of yourself. With the Six of Wands, it just definitely does say you will be successful in this endeavor. That you will, that what you're doing is going to pay out very good and very well for you in the future. And do not have doubts about that, because every effort that you're putting in will be returned to you tenfold. So yeah, but yeah, that's all I have for your reading for today. Let me know in the comments down below if you connected. It helps you better connect with you. Feel free to like and subscribe. I do offer personal readings. I will let the link down below in the description box. But yeah, I hope you guys resonated and I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I'll see you guys next week for your spirit guide reading. But until then, please be well. All right. See you guys later. Bye.